Yep, it's Friday. It's the end of the work week for most people. Not everybody. Not if you're in occupations that require you to work whenever. For instance, my daughter-in-law is a nurse and they don't have five-day weeks. They don't have Monday through Friday. You know, as a minister, I don't have Monday through Friday. So, but the thing is, for most people, it really is. And next week is going to be, let me see, oh, spring break. Yeah, so a lot of people are going to be away and gone. So there we are. Here is the reading for today. First quote, once again, of course, is from Audre Lorde. In a world of possibility for us, all our personal visions help lay the groundwork for political action. And in Ernest Holmes, of course, all the power in the universe is with you. Feel it, know it, and then act as though it were true. As the universe is run by an infinite mind, so our life is controlled by our thinking. Ignorance of this keeps us in bondage. Knowledge will set us free. Science of Mind, page 59 and page 302. And then this is from Rev Christie Hardwick, that is. In Centers for Spiritual Living, there is a wonderful teacher called Dr. Tracy Brown, who is a religious science practitioner whom I happen to know because she taught one of my classes when I was in ministerial school. And she's visited our center occasionally. She asks us without fail to answer the question, what is mind to do? And the answers are as infinite as the mind that runs the universe. There is no one size that fits all. There is not a list of 10 things everyone must do to be deemed good. We're all created with the power of the universe within us. We each are a unique expression of the divine. As such, our authentic and personal visions for ourselves will guide us to action, and, as Audre Lorde says, that includes political action. Political action, she says, doesn't just mean voting. Political action takes place in the public sphere. The actions we take affect the whole. Our actions move our communities in specific directions. In a world of possibility, yes, we can choose actions that unite rather than divide, invite rather than attack. And it's pretty easy to look at somebody's political views and from that draw conclusions as to who that person is, but you don't know their background. You don't know what's driving them. You know, the thing is about judgment of any kind, it's political or otherwise, you don't know what is in the other person's mind. You just don't know. You might be able to walk a mile in their moccasins, but you will never know exactly what's in their mind. Why? Because you're not them. But it doesn't mean to say that we shouldn't do something. You know, I've learned quite a bit today. Actually, I'm a member of two Toastmasters clubs, and one of them, two ladies gave a presentation at a group that meets in the Woodlands, Texas here called International Friends. And the two ladies are from Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, respectively. And they told us lots and lots of stuff about their country, or their countries, sorry, that I, for one, didn't know, and I suspect most of the audience, there are about 70 people in the audience, I think. Most of them didn't know either. But one thing that I found really interesting was when they were talking about how integrated their societies were, that there were people of lots and lots of different religions, and that they all celebrated each other's religious events. So the Christians would help the Muslims when they were celebrating different Muslim feasts, including Ramadan, which of course is a month, the beginning and the end of Ramadan. And in turn, the Muslims would be with the Christians celebrating them when they celebrated Easter and so on. And how all these ethnic groups work together. So there is a perfect example of a system that's actually working where people support each other. And in actual fact, in the early Middle Ages, maybe it's the Middle Ages, anyway, In Spain, when the Moors were actually in control of parts of Spain, Christians, Jews, and Muslims all worked together, and it was a peaceful area. And they actually produced a lot of interesting things, a lot of educational stuff, a lot of scientific stuff came out of there. But the point is, they all worked together, and they all respected each other. So my knowingness for our society is that we can work together. We may have different political views, we may have different religious views, we may have different views on lots of things, but we can, you don't have to agree with the other person's viewpoint, but at least you can respect it. And my prayer today, oh, what is her affirmation? Her affirmation is, the power within me is an expression of infinite mind, and anything is possible on my watch. The power within me is an expression of infinite mind, and anything is powerful on my watch. I know at different times our senior minister, my leader, Reverend Dr. Jesse Jennings, has said that our job, and he's talking about people who are in his sphere, is to hold the high watch. So in other words, when people are going down there, our job is to be up here, and it's to actually help people to integrate and to come together as opposed to divide. Yep, I absolutely don't have to agree with other people's points of view. I don't agree with the way that the Taliban treat people, especially women in Afghanistan. But I have to accept the fact that with their religious upbringing, that's what they've done, and that's what they believe. And is it my job to help them see a different view? Yes, but it isn't my job to condemn them, for instance, and lots of other things around the world. So my prayer today is that we each, in our own individual ways, respect others while upholding our values and expressing our values in a way that is productive to the whole. So I'm grateful for this. I release it, call it done, and so it is. And I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully around about 5 p.m. Look out for my colleague, Reverend Lisa Ryan, who I am sure at some stage in her presentation tomorrow morning at 9:15 will mention self-care. And self-care is incredibly important. It's been denigrated in Western society and others, but self-care is incredibly important. You cannot take care of other people unless you take care of yourself. And that is my parting message on all of this. So until next time, namaste.